Hey everybody, welcome to another video. I'm Scotty V and I'm here with good old King Kansas. How you doing?
Doing okay, Scotty. I know it feels like we've been here all day almost, eh? It feels like we're going nuts. But like always, we're here to bring you guys some holiday cheer, holiday joy this Christmas season right here on the Civil Canadians.
Yes.
We're doing another, that's what he's referring to, another top 10 list. But we felt the need, Scotty, we have to do this because the decade is ending pretty shortly. Yeah. But you know what? We squeeze this in as well as some other ones, you know.
Definitely.
What are we here to talk about, Scotty?
We're here to talk about our top 10 movies of the decade.
Superhero films of the decade.
Yes.
Okay. So, Scotty, did you want to go back and forth this time? Like you do 10, I'll do 10, and we'll kind of surprise each other like that? And we can kind of go like that right up to number one?
Yeah. You
Just switch things up.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So, my number 10 superhero film of the thing, again, it's got with these ties, Ben. I don't know what's going on with me. You know, mine is it's a tie kind of like for the Joker and the Avengers.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have to explain myself on that? Joker, very good film. I think it's one of those dark movies that you probably see one time in your life. I don't think it's a repeat film, but it's still worth mentioning. I know it's recent, but it made such a dent in the superhero genre that hey, you can make movies that are a little bit darker and more personal and with mental illness and do so.
Right.
Avengers, come on. First time we get all the superheroes put it all into one movie, and then it actually damn works. Josh Whedon worked his movie magic, and he showed us that hey, you can have individual movies and of characters and bring them all together and make it successful. Right. Okay, Scotty, so what is your number 10, my friend?
My number 10 is Days of Future Past.
Oh, wow. That just slightly made it out of mine.
I really enjoyed the whole going back in time and fixing...
That was excellent.
Fixing the problem that they basically created.
That's right.
So they had to go stop Mystique from killing the guy... Trask for making the Sentinels and wiping out the mutants, basically. So, yeah, that's what I have there.
I like the bone claws. It was cool. It was cool to see Wolverine be the guy going back to fix all this and his interactions with people. But yeah, do you think it's one of the better X-Men movies?
One of the better ones.
I think so too. I think so too. Okay, so Scotty, my number 9, my friend, is Aquaman.
Is Aquaman, okay.
Okay, I think for the first time in a long time in the DCU, we had a film that was not only felt like Indiana Jones to me. Okay, you had Jason Momoa, which is very rare for the DC, besides Wonder Woman or whatever, that we got a character that you believe that was the character they're playing. He felt like that surfer dude. Amazing actors in it. Nicole Kidman. You had what's her name? Girl who played Mara. I can't even remember her name. Amber Heard. You believe that they were good in those roles. It looked good. It felt good. I don't know. There was a reason why he made $1 billion. You know.
Right.
Okay. That's what I have to say with Aquaman. We can get into details, so I don't want to bore you guys. Go watch the damn thing. But it's my probably top 3 DCU films. I would say if I had to bunch them together. Scotty, what's your number 9, my friend?
My number 9 is Logan.
Wow. Okay.
The Wolverine, his final movie with Hugh Jackman, which I thought was great. They kind of went with the old man Logan storyline.
Yes.
With him being old and dying because the adamantium poisoning. Calaman was good, and the thing is, Logan was dying, but he was also taking care of a dying Professor X as well.
Exactly.
So. And the introduction of X-23,
Laura, his daughter,
and then it was just great. The action was great, the villains were great, and the only thing that the reason why it's a little bit lower on my list is because the kids.
Yeah,
those kids were annoying.
It felt that it dragged a good movie like it was down a little.
Okay, I can understand him helping his daughter go to Canada, get some help because there's no mutant.
Yeah, with a few kids, not the whole damn.
Not the whole.
Felt like the camp.
Oh my goodness! Like I don't know, but that's what's a little bit lower for me. But. And the way his death was. When I first saw the movie back in 2017, I was pretty upset with the death. Yeah. But when I rewatched it, I understood it more.
Okay.
He didn't need to go out with a big bang, with a big explosion, and he's just his skeleton. He sacrificed himself to save his daughter and the kids.
It's true.
Right, and his healing ability didn't help him regenerate his
whole
skin
thing,
and his health because of the adamantium poisoning.
Yeah.
And he had basically lived like 200, 300 years already.
Exactly.
So he's seen enough, and him holding his heart in his hand, which was his daughter, and he's like, this is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And then he passed.
Oh, it was good. Like, I have nothing, like you said, like those little kids.
Yeah.
It would be a perfect film if it wasn't for those brats.
And I saw it twice in the theater.
Yes, you did.
The second time when I went to go watch it, the people I brought were pretty upset. They're like, "What the hell? He died like that. It was so bad."
Yeah.
But no, when you rewatch the movie and understand why he died the way he died, then
it makes sense.
You'll appreciate it more, right?
Okay. Damn. Good pick, Scotty.
Thank you.
Okay. My number 8, Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Okay.
Scotty, I don't think I ever had such fun at a film or at a movies watching a movie like I did in that film.
Right.
It had its funny moments. It had its action scenes. It had Chris Helmsworth being funny, like he had those little skits. We actually seen that in a movie. It was good. It was well done. You actually got the Hulk that's speaking the damn thing, which was hilarious. When he actually spoke, you're like,
what?
come on, that's not real, right? But just their relationship and the whole, Thor being down and what happened to him and all that.
Yeah.
It felt good. It felt real. And even Villain Hella, that's all I have to say.
Yes.
Okay, so what is your number 8?
My number 8 is Aquaman.
There you go. So we kind of...
Yeah. So I enjoyed Aquaman just because it was something different. Marvel didn't do that yet.
Yep.
Going to Atlantis and seeing the world, and
It was nice to see.
And Aquaman, Jason Momoa is a lovable character anyways.
Yep.
So just to see how he portrayed that character, because we got a little bit or a little glimpse of in Justice League, which was not a great film, but
He was the highlight of it.
he was one of the highlights. So yeah. He loved it. I liked the Amber Heard.
It was just shot good, Scott.
Yeah, it definitely was. And also, Black Manta was done well.
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe was great.
Nicole Kidman as his...
Oh, wow.
Dolph Lundgren as his... whose father? Mara's father?
Mara's father, yeah.
I'm telling you, it was just shot well. And what's his name? The guy who played his brother, Wilson. Something Wilson.
Yeah. He was great too. Especially that final battle when he unlocked the king's...
yeah, that was sick.
And they were fighting on the submarine. Oh my god.
He made that classic suit look good, Scotty.
Oh, definitely did. Oh, dude, we used to make fun of him.
It's like, come on, yellow and... What the hell you
Gold
wearing?
and green.
But when he came out with that and the way they did it, it was a good shot, man. The whole film was done well. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. So I agree with you, Scotty. Like, I would have had him a little higher, but it's like not quite, Yep. Okay, so now my number 7 is Logan. Okay.
Okay.
Pretty much for the same reasons. I hate the fact that the brats were in it. I understand his death. Yes, he died the way he did. Whoop-de-doo. The only thing I didn't like, Scotty, really about it was the whole he's fighting his younger self. I wanted Sabretooth to be the one that he would fight.
Right.
To make it more epic and more like it ended properly. Love, like you said, the relationship between him and Professor X and what he was doing to keep him alive because he was starting to lose it, and that he kind of took the brunt of what happened to the other X-Men. It was Professor X that did something, but he thought it was Logan because if you remember, he was kept on blaming him. It was cool that he took care of him how he did when he first arrived in the X-Men and was there for him. It was a good way to end the circle. It was rated R. We finally got a nasty looking, oh my God, rated R version of Wolverine.
Yep.
Those slow-mos when he's walking, he's unreal. Like, I almost crapped the bed, let's just say that. But that's the reason why I have Logan there. Could have been a little higher, but because of those other reasons, that's not what I think. So, Scotty, you're number 7.
My number 7, Civil War.
Yes.
Just because Spider-Man was introduced, Black Panther was introduced, basically...
It was actually a good reason, Scotty, for everybody to show up and beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, exactly. They
hero versus hero.
Hero versus hero, and basically it was called because of the Sokovia Accords of what happened in Avengers Age of Ultron. So they were... half of the team was on the government side and half of the team was for freedom side, right? And then they clashed because of those ideologies. I can't even speak. And Cap went for the people, Iron Man went for the government, and they couldn't agree on terms.
Scotty, he made a good point in the thing. Cap goes, I'm not going to have someone tell me that I can't go help somebody there.
when they need help.
Exactly. He's just going to go help.
Yeah, he's like, what if we need to go over there, but they won't let us?
Yeah, exactly. And you're just going to stand by and not do anything?
Yeah.
That's so against Cap's grain of his nature that, no, you know what?
Exactly.
If you need help, I'm going to be there to help.
Exactly.
But it's, yeah, you're right. That movie was like phenomenal.
And Tom Holland, Spider-Man, when he showed up, when he stole Captain America's shield, it was like, what a typical kid would do. Hey,
Exactly.
I just stole your thing, but hey,
What an amazing debut, eh, Scott?
Oh, definitely
To do that.
was.
And it's like, what the, and then him fighting Cap?
Oh yeah, definitely. Where are you from? Queens, Brooklyn.
That's right. Just those little moments, guys, it means so much. It's just those fine little details. And then Ant-Man going into Giant Man.
Yeah.
Airport scene.
Yeah.
You went, but I remember you went bananas for that, buddy. That was,
yeah.
That scene, you were just like this, awestruck. You didn't even know what to say. You were just moving your head
I was
around.
like,
Don't worry, I did that too. I almost hurt my neck, and I'm older than you, right? Okay, Scotty, my number 6, buddy.
Number 6
is Wonder Woman.
Really?
Yes. Yes, it had a shitty last act with it, that whole nasty-looking computer graphic Ares fight with her. I've seen it a couple of times, and it's good up to the last 7 minutes of the movie, okay?
She was also pregnant at the time.
Yes, but just to see a female-led movie and be successful, and to be good too, not just because she's a female and a female director, this and that, Patty Jenkins or whatever, it was actually good. The way they represented the gods, which you would laugh, like, come on, Zeus made her out of clay and you know, but they made it work. Chris Pine made it work. Steve Trevor, whatever.
Trevor definitely did.
If that relationship, you didn't buy it, the whole movie would have been apart. Because why would he follow her, put his butt on the line for some girl just because she looks pretty, into the battle? And the way
I would never do that.
Scotty, that epic scene that she goes out of the trenches and she goes on the battlefield.
Oh, that was great. Holy crap.
How wicked was, and then the way they would slow down certain moves out.
She took out the whole army by herself, basically.
And you believed it though. You didn't say, oh yeah, okay, bull crap.
Whatever. Yeah, it worked.
It was good. And then going to the village with her jumping, getting launched by the guys.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
From beginning to end, except the last 7 minutes, you know, and I don't think that should hurt a film because that's not her fault. They should have made it better. We've seen a lot of shittier, computer graphics there.
Brothers,
Justice League, you know.
That was Warner Brothers. Rush. Hurry
up. For its first success, I don't think besides another film which I'm not going to mention, that was the first movie that really did it for the DCU to put them on the map. So you know what, that was good. We're doing, you know what? That's why I put it. So I don't know, Scotty, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is The Man of Steel.
Excellent.
Just because, don't get me wrong, I really like the Christopher Reeves Superman, especially the first 2.
Yeah, I grew up with the thing, Scotty, and I wasn't too, that's the way I thought for those films, thinking they were cheesy, is the way probably everybody else thought. It's like, come on, Superman cheesy. Even though he did a good job I didn't buy it. It looked fake to me. But
I always liked Superman, along with Spider-Man and all them. But Man of Steel was a more realistic tone for the Man of Steel.
For our times.
For our times. He's a man from another planet. He doesn't know. He's not used to the environment. People are making fun of him.
Exactly. Doesn't know if he should do anything.
The world we live in is apparently all depressed. Everyone's sad and lonely and
doom and gloom, no hope.
And that affects Superman, and that's why he had this conflict of, should I be the hero? Should I not be the hero?
Should I step up? Should I make a difference? Would people care that I made a difference?
Yeah, and his mother
pushed him in that direction.
Pushed him, said, hey, you have these powers. It's up to you, but the world does need you.
I agree.
And look, he fought General Zod in Metropolis, wiped out the whole city. And we get in another film later on. We get a different perspective on the film, on that movie. But him fighting General Zod, saving the world because
a lot of good characters. Mike Shannon or whatever his name is.
Yeah, General Zod was trying to turn Earth into Krypton, and Superman didn't let that happen. And the one thing we would never thought Superman would do, he killed his enemy.
Yeah, it's happened in the comic books before.
Yeah, but because the way that Christopher Reeves portrayed the character and Warner Brothers...
Yeah, it's kind of like a twist, like Zack Snyder for you.
Yeah, let's stay away from killing people. He just brutally hurts them, nothing more. But no, Henry Cavill Superman just got his neck because he was going to...
no choice.
General Zod was going to kill those people.
Scotty, he asked him, how many times did he ask him? You got to stop, and you seen how the laser is going towards that family.
He's like, stop me. And what he did, snapped his neck.
But what was his... Because people freaked out about that part. Like, what was his reaction when Lois grabbed him? He was upset and yelling that he didn't want to do it.
He snapped his neck. General Zod fell. And Superman just was there in shock. And then he just screamed.
Because that was so against who the person he was raised by his parents. Kevin Costner was amazing in that one. Man. His father. Oh my God. Even Russell Crowe in Krypton.
Oh yeah. his parents always taught him you should never kill anybody, no matter how bad of a person they was. But Superman had no choice.
To do sometimes, man.
He had no choice. He had to. He had to either kill General Zod or have those family be killed.
And anybody else, Scott, he was out to kill everybody after that. After it didn't go his way, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I have Man of Steel.
Wow.
Up there.
Okay, well, Scotty, I have it a little higher than you. Number 5 is for me.
Number 5.
For the same reasons as this man said, I agree 100%. Kevin Costner, those flashback scenes that he's talking to Clark, him growing up, and you can see a younger Clark. The way Zack Snyder put Superman together, and I love the fact, Scotty, that we didn't just get a 30-second or a 2-minute thing on Krypton.
It was a whole
we got
sequence.
like a good 12 or 13 minutes of what went down
and the backstory.
where he came from.
Yeah, the final moments of
Krypton
and how Superman became Superman.
And how Zod is so infatuated with him, and why he wants Superman or the Codex that creates the people. It was just interesting how they explain how they are like that.
Exactly. Warner Brothers, you better make a Man of Steel too.
Yes, Cavill wants to do it. You better do it. People have spoken, especially the Civil Canadians.
Damn right.
Okay, Scotty, what is your number 5, my friend?
My number 5 is the Winter Soldier.
Damn. Good choice.
Just because all the reasons you said.
Yep.
Right? So
I agree.
It's all about, he's about country, but also at the same time he knew something wasn't right. So he decided to investigate, and all we knew was Hydra, it was infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D., targeting people, wanted to kill people to make a better world for themselves. Sort of like if you watched My Man in the High Castle, sort of the exact same thing.
Yep.
But instead, they lost, and Captain America had to make a choice, either country or freedom.
Yep. And you know what? I believe to this day he made the right choice.
Well, I believe so too.
I'm like that too. I don't care what you're going to tell me to help this person. No, it's not happening. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Just Iron Man kind of took us a little bit for a spin, that he went from one way and he flip-flopped the other. Like, he kind of weird. He wants to be more responsible. He was a little bit irresponsible in his toys and, whatever. And then to kind of be more, kind of grew up pretty much.
The only Avenger that helped him out was Black Widow.
Yeah. And even then, she did it more to keep an eye on him. To protect Steve. You know? It was good. It was an excellent thing. Okay, Scotty, my number 4 is Endgame.
Okay.
You know? It was an amazing way to end 10 or 11 years of Marvel films, with all these different movies, and a story that was from the original Avengers all the way here with Thanos, and it was done well. Like, deaths that meant something. We know, like I said, it was epic moments, like Cap picking up the helmet, I can't even speak. The hammer, that he was worthy, fighting thing, getting a couple of licks against Thanos, Thor fighting, Iron Man dying. Like, it was just, it had its crazy moments. It was just great
seeing Thor double wield with Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
You know, and comedy too. Here, you take the small one, and he got the, little things like that. Him and Rocket fighting, Spider-Man reunited with Tony after being away, Tony having a kid, having second thoughts, Hulk being whatever he was, talking, and I don't know what that was. Smart one Hulk. Of the Ant-Man being funny like he is. You had Captain Marvel doing her thing. Like, there's so many little moments here and there throughout that hit you in the gut. Okay, Scotty, you're number 4, my friend.
The Avengers.
Excellent. The first one.
The first one. The first Avengers, just because it was so great to see all the heroes come together.
Cinematic history.
Exactly, coming off from their own solo movies, bringing them all together.
Yeah, I never thought that'd be possible.
No, and Kevin Feige, if you watch an old interview with Kevin Feige back at Comic-Con 2006, he said our goal was to bring the Avengers together.
There you go.
And they did it, and they did it well.
Yeah.
They didn't rush it like certain studios do. And it was great. The chemistry with everybody, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett, Mark Ruffalo, Jeremy Renner.
It was like a big cast, not as big as the one we got in the Endgame and whatever, but
but it worked.
It worked. It was good. And the story made sense, Scott.
Yeah.
Why were they there together? It wasn't, let's just drop all the characters together and that's all she wrote.
Exactly.
That's it, you know? Yeah, you're right, Scotty. All the heroes together, brought together. It made sense. There wasn't just there just so they can make a movie. There's a reason why it made the money it did, and why people were talking about it. Like, I remember that time I was working Christmas, and everybody's like, "Are you gonna go see the Avengers?" And I'm like, "Come on, all these guys together." I wasn't even taking too serious.
I was getting ready for my high school graduation.
Okay.
And
you remember that day?
I remember that day because I was getting ready for I was planning my graduation ceremony and all that stuff. The movie came out like a month before I graduated, but that's what everybody talked about in my school. Are we going to watch it?
Did you go see the damn thing?
Of course I did. I went to see the Avengers.
That's the one movie, Scotty, I think I didn't see it in the theater.
You're crazy.
I don't think I did, but I bought it, or maybe I did, but not when it first came out. It was maybe about 1 or 2 months after. It wasn't like right away with all the other ones, right?
The only 2 MCU Phase 1 movies I saw in theaters was the first Captain America and the Avengers.
Really?
I didn't watch anything else in the theater.
Oh wow! See, for me, like I said, for the most part, yeah. You know, the only thing I didn't see was the. Oh no, we've seen that one. It was the Avengers maybe. Mm-hmm. That's the one I remember the most. And what was it? Captain Marvel. I didn't see Captain Marvel.
We weren't together at the time when the first Avengers came out.
No, that was before. Oh, but God,
that was
before history happened.
That was a few.
It really
years.
happened, right?
Yeah, that was a few.
That
years
was crazy.
Before.
Yeah, just think from Civil War on. I would say, realistically, right?
Civil War on.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Anyways, number 3 pick for me is Infinity War.
Okay.
Again, bad guy does what he said he's gonna do. To see it unfolding in front of you, because you're watching the anticipation of how's he going to do it? Are they going to be able to stop him? When is he going to snap his fingers to end it all? Thor to fail, the heroes to fail, people to die.
And the funny thing is, we originally thought he would only get half the stones in one film and get the other half in the other. That's what we originally thought.
Nope.
No, he got them all. He snapped his fingers and that's it.
You know, and I wanted to see this big deal. The letdown for me was the whole, he pulled the moon down and he threw it on the heroes. Shards of it or so, like I was expecting the whole damn planet to go down. I was like, are you joking?
Yeah.
But it was still good, don't get me wrong, whatever, but Iron Man almost dying. Scotty?
Oh yeah. Oh, you should see my face.
He was like, no way. Exactly. We thought someone was gonna die. We didn't think whatever, but the way they did it, and then the way they all, when he did the snap and everybody slowly to disintegrate, the quietness in the theater and on screen, that gave me goosebumps. Okay, Scotty, what is your number 3, my friend?
My number 3 is The Dark Knight Rises.
Wow.
Just because it was the end of the trilogy, I just wanted to see how Batman would end his story arc with Christopher Nolan. It was great. He was retired for 8 years. He came back because he saw a big threat.
Yep.
Bane broke his back. He went to a prison.
That was a sick scene, the way he broke his back.
He's like, oh, you lived, how did he say? You
lived in the shadows.
Lived in the shadows, but I was born and raised by it.
Yeah.
And it was great.
In darkness or something. I don't know. And Bane, it was a cool quote, man, by Hardy there.
And Bane knew exactly every move he was going to make because he was watching him.
League of Shadows. Wasn't he trained by the same people?
Shadows, So Bane broke his back. He had to learn how to fix his back and then train himself to come back to Gotham, because Bane and the big twist in the movie were going to blow up the city, basically.
Ross's daughter,
Talia.
Yeah.
They're going to blow up the city. Christian Bale came back as Batman, saved the city, and supposedly died. But later on in the movie, or towards the end of the movie, we found out Bruce fixed the autopilot, so he got up before the thing exploded.
Exactly. That's when you got the either new Robin or Gordon Levitt, whatever the hell his character.
Batman, basically.
He found the Batcave. He kind of left him that. Hey, you want to make a difference here? Give it a try. It was good. It was done well. Could have been way better, but we knew that Keith Ledger was supposed to maybe be in it.
Yeah,
little things like that, right? But it's understandable why he wasn't, and that voice was just could barely understand. Like, don't even know what the hell you're saying, but it was okay. It wasn't like, oh my god, it really sucked.
The first teaser we couldn't understand, but they fixed his audio.
Yes.
After. But that courthouse scene when Scarecrow was banishing people,
he was violent.
Originally, that was supposed to be the Joker.
See?
But in the comic book later on, we realized he was in Arkham Asylum, and he just stayed there.
There you go. See? So that's what I'm saying. So it had its quirks, its negatives, and whatever. But overall, it was a good way to end it. Could have been better, but because of circumstance and real life and all that, stuff happens. But that's okay. That's a good pick, Scott. I love your pick. So my number 2, Civil War.
Civil War.
Okay, for the same reasons like we always said, the airport scene, giant man, hero versus hero, Cap actually fighting with his buddy Bucky against Iron Man, War Machine, and Rhodey getting hurt. Was that the one that he got hurt as well?
Yep.
It showed you the humanity. Introduction of Spidey, Black Panther. The airport scene was phenomenal. Like, it's just amazing that we've seen some more of the characters. It was the Russo's second film. It was good. It was a good lead into the big one that was going to happen down the road, you know? So I don't know, would you have any thoughts on that besides what I said?
No.
Pretty much good?
Pretty much good.
Tied it up very well?
Yep.
Okay, buddy, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Avengers Infinity War.
Ooh.
Just because it was Thanos' movie, he got his stones, he wiped out half the universe, and the heroes paid for it.
Yes, they did.
Because they were divided. As they say, united.
Exactly.
United we stand, divided we fall.
And it's true.
And they were divided, they fell, and they lost, and now the heroes paid for that. With half of the heroes being wiped out, and only the original Avengers surviving.
That's crazy how that ended up.
Yeah, it was great. The Guardians meeting the Avengers for the first time, the Battle of Wakanda, the Battle of Titan, it was pretty cool.
I'm telling you, that scene with Thor coming down with his Stormbreaker.
Yeah, he should have gone for the head the first time.
Wow.
Or, you know what, not even for the head. He could have just sliced off his arm. And then
something. Or, he should have cut his head off.
Yeah.
But whatever. I would have done the same thing as go for his heart, but he missed. Whatever, man. It was a kick butt moment, I'll tell you right now.
He wanted to say something to Thanos before he killed him.
Yes.
But it didn't work, did it?
Nope. And he just disappeared. But it was holy crap. Like, that moment was just him arriving, Cap, the heroes just falling like they did to him, like they're nothing. Cap
holding. I think Cap only had the better chance because he was holding back his hand, right? But if you see, one hand was on his finger and then his pinky on the other and holding him. But Thanos just like rocked him, like pa.
He didn't say no chance. Maybe for a split second, but then Vision dying like he did, and Scarlet Witch had to go through it. I'm telling you, very emotional roller coaster. And then the heroes dying at the end, the way they did, fading slowly, and it was good. It was one of those moments like, holy crap, you know? And of course, like I said, Iron Man almost biting it earlier. Yeah. They were thinking, oh no, who else is if they're gonna die?
Yeah.
So a little twists and turns. Good pick, Scotty. All right, my number one, Winter Soldier. You know? I know it's a broken record on my part, but phenomenal. Love the fight scenes. Love that they can introduce different kind of mini genres within genres, like spy thriller, and then we got a whole bunch of other movies down the road, like like a heist with Ant-Man, and like so good. Elevator scene amazing. Bucky coming back. Emotional roller coaster introduction of Falcon. Black Widow a little bit more. Robert Redford. Hydra. We got more exposure. Who the hell was doing what? Nick Fury. It was good. It was done well. Well done.
Very well.
So, okay, Scotty, what's your number one, my friend?
Obviously, same thing, broken record. It's Avengers Endgame.
There you go.
Just because Thor and Iron Man and Captain America were all a team again, and Captain America lifting up Mjolnir, and Iron Man making the big sacrifice, and all the heroes come. It's great. It was a great lead up to 11 years.
Yes.
And a great conclusion to the Infinity Saga.
That's right. It was well done, Scott. Like you said, it was a good way to end 10, 11 amazing years of the MCU, bringing all these characters together. Exactly. And they fixed things, but they didn't quite fix things, because now we're going to have a whole bunch of other things a little bit different. Certain heroes are kind of retired and whatever.
Yeah.
Love the whole Captain America at the end. He actually got the girl. Yeah. That to me
he went back.
Was a good moment.
He went back to that Saturday. The date they...
Yes, he was supposed to go meet up with her.
Yeah, it was a Saturday. Crashed. The day he crashed, it was that Saturday he was supposed to meet up with her.
Yeah.
And he met up with her, had that dance.
It was amazing how he went back and see him on the bench, and he's like, oh my God, he's not. And it's good that they didn't kill him off, because they can do something about that. But yeah, it was just amazing story arcs, getting thing. Sad, yes, Iron Man died, and it would have been nice to see him survive and be whatever. I would have had like the Hulk or something die, because he's pretty much half useless in the movie. I would have loved, like you said, Scotty, to have that rematch, Thanos, and we were waiting for it and we didn't get it, but it was still a kick-butt movie. Like, you felt it. You even felt it still after months after the damn movie came out, and you watched the damn thing, and you're watching it on Blu-ray at home. Just as whatever.
Yep.
So that's it, guys. That's our top 10 superhero films of the decade. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know in the comment section below what you would pick, what you think. I didn't mention Bumblebee and all that, but it would have been way down on my list. There's just so many movies that came out last decade. It's just tough to do,
Yep. But and to the next decade.
That's right. So you guys chime in. Let us know what you guys thought. Did you agree? Not agree? The same thing. Check our other videos, and Scotty, let's get the hell out of here, buddy.
If you guys like this video, hit a like, share, subscribe. Do check out our other videos we've done in the past, especially with our podcasts and our clip outs and unboxing videos.
All the other stuff.
Yeah, so all the cool stuff. All right, guys, see you soon. Be good.
Take it easy.